because many of you have played such a vital part in the campaign's progress to date, we're sharing with you an evening of celebrating the lives of some of the patients who've been touched by your generosity. Tonight we'll pay tribute to cancer survivors everywhere, as well as those who bravely fought their battles and now live in our hearts.
The honorary chairs of the campaign, Barbara and President George H.W. Ladies and gentlemen, the Bushes.
We're privileged to be honorary chairs of this very important campaign because MD Anderson is an incredibly special place, not only to us, but the thousands of patients and their families who walk through us doors each year.
But what you really need, what you need at a moment like that, is someone who knows what they're talking about. Someone who knows the family life and the behavior of cancer cells. You need someone who knows where cancer cells go to hide, and someone knows whether to cut or radiate or drug the cells until every last one of them is gone, and you can ring a bell and shout, "I'm cancer-free." And for 100,000 people this year, that's what MD Anderson Cancer Center will do. Our daughter Angie, a week after her wedding ceremony, was diagnosed with breast cancer. I remember the evening of that diagnosis, she and her new husband Josh were sitting in our living room. All of us were, we had all tears in our eyes. And he said, God knew before we were married that this was going to happen. And he knew that you would need a husband like me. And they're here with us tonight.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound.
I can truly, confidently say we're the only one in a campaign that will most likely affect every single person in the United States, one way or another.
I had been what I thought was a pretty tough guy. I had run marathons, doing triathlons. I ate well, was a non-smoker, no drugs, solid mental attitude. I did everything right. I sat with a doctor and a very good friend of mine. I found out that I had late-stage adenocarcinoma, non-smokers, lung cancer, my lower left lobe, and it had spread to my chest, my abdomen, and eventually into my brain. 3.5 years later, I have the greatest gift in the world, life. I've been watching my son and my daughter grow up every single day, and I have a loving relationship with my wife. We decided that cancer is not going to be an excuse for anything, nothing.
Patsy went to a hospital in her home state for scans. When nothing was revealed, she returned a year later for a follow-up scan to find out that she had pancreatic cancer. Patsy's brother, Neil Griffin, insisted that she come to Houston to MD Anderson. Patsy fought a brave battle and remained cancer-free for a remarkable 7 years, even though pancreatic cancer's overall 5-year survival rate is only 5%. In May of 2008, on her return visit to MD Anderson, a different cancer was found in the remainder of her pancreas. Patsy underwent chemotherapy and had the remainder treatment again. Just 22 days ago, we lost a very courageous individual. Patsy died on January 27th. Tonight is for our survivors, but it's also for those who have left a legacy of courage and inspiration to all.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Barbara Padilla.
Philanthropic funding was critical in advancing the therapy that saved my life,
I am so very grateful to all of our donors and to MD Anderson for making my cancer history.
MD Anderson is making my cancer history.
It's been 22 years since I've been cancer-free.
MD Anderson gave back to me the sparkle that was in my eyes and the hope that was in my heart.
I am a real survivor. MD Anderson has made my cancer history.
And I am Barbara Padilla from Guadalajara, Mexico. And I too am a Hodgkin's disease survivor. And I've been in remission for 10 years. Thank you, MD Anderson, for making cancer history.
I'm not usually speechless. Let me just say, on behalf of everyone that is a patient at MD Anderson, and everyone that works at MD Anderson, and everyone that's a friend of MD Anderson, thank you to these incredible survivors that have inspired us tonight. Thank you.